Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining this session on ethical considerations in educational technology. I'm SantoshKumar Pulijala, a senior .NET developer in HCL Global Systems. Today, we will explore the exciting innovations in EdTech and discuss the ethical responsibilities that come with them. In this session, we are going to look into the introduction to educational technology, key technological innovations, the promise of EdTech, and all the concerns that we have, like ethical concerns, privacy and data protection concerns, equity and access, transparency and accountability, digital being and screen time concerns, and we are going to dive deep into responsible implementation strategies. In first, let's look into the introduction to educational technology. Educational technology, or EdTech, rapidly transforms classrooms and opens up opportunities for more accessible, tailored, and engaging learning. It has become a powerful tool in the modern classroom. As of 2020, this sector was valued at nearly 90 billion and is projected to grow almost $285 billion by 2027. This significant growth reflects a global shift towards digital learning, driven in part by the COVID-19 pandemic, which made remote education a necessity. Over 94% of countries implemented remote learning solutions, with about 60% adopting online platforms at various educational levels. The result is a more accessible learning experience and a promise of improved educational outcomes. However, these advancements also pose challenges, questions about how to protect students' data, ensure equitable access, and uphold the quality of education across diverse communities. As we advance, establishing ethical guidelines and governance in EdTech becomes essential to protect the rights and well-being of students, parents, and educators alike. With this in mind, let's examine the key technological innovations in EdTech. Innovations are transforming how we approach education, with artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and data analytics at the forefront. AI and machine learning have introduced adaptive learning platforms, intelligent tutoring systems, and automated grading, all of which personalize learning experiences. For instance, adaptive learning has shown a 2.5 times increase in students' math skills by tailoring content to individual needs. Virtual and augmented reality, which is VR and AR, have opened immersive learning avenues, making abstract concepts tangible, which improves engagement and retention by as much as 7%. Data analytics, often integrated into learning management systems, enable real-time tracking of student progress, allowing educators to respond swiftly to individual learning needs. These advancements are powerful, but we must implement them thoughtfully to avoid potential pitfalls. For example, AI-driven systems should be transparent and unbiased, while VR tools must be accessible and not overly intrusive. Now, let's look at the broad promise EdTech holds for learners. The promise of EdTech. The promise of educational technology is immense. By leveraging EdTech, we are moving towards more personalized learning where AI and machine learning tailor lessons to individual student progress, allowing them to learn at their own pace. Immersive experiences made possible by virtual reality and artificial reality help bring complex ideas to life, making learning not only more engaging but also more effective. Data analytics are transforming teaching, providing a real-time insights that enable educators to adapt their lessons and support each student's unique needs. The statistics back this up. Adaptive platforms can increase math skills by almost 250%, and immersive VR experiences have been shown to improve test scores by 7%. Despite these benefits, the ethical challenges we face cannot be overlooked. We must work to ensure this technology is accessible, safe, and fair. Let's take a closer look at some of the ethical concerns, beginning with privacy and data protection. Ethical concerns in education technology. While the benefits of EdTech are clear, we must also address the ethical concerns it brings. First and foremost, privacy and data protection are significant concerns. As EdTech tools collect vast amounts of data, the risk associated with unauthorized data access and breaches grow. Equity and access are another critical issue. Many students, especially in low-income or rural areas, face a digital divide that limits their ability to benefit from these tools. Transparency and accountability are essential as well, especially when it comes to AI-driven systems that impact students as well. Especially when it comes to AI-driven systems that impact students' evaluations and learning paths. We also need to consider digital well-being, as excessive screen time can have negative effects on students' mental and physical health. As we dive into each of these topics, we'll discuss ways to address these challenges and create an EdTech environment that is both innovative and ethically responsible. Now let's look into privacy and data protection. Privacy and data protection are vital components of ethical EdTech. Educational institutions must comply with data protection regulations such as FERPA, full form is the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act in the US, and GDPR in Europe, General Data Protection Regulation, which outlines standards for managing and safeguarding student information. However, compliance alone isn't enough. EdTech tools gather a significant amount of sensitive data, such as academic records, attendance, and even behavioral information. This creates vulnerabilities, especially in low-income countries where data protection laws may be insufficient or non-existent. Cybersecurity threats are on the rise. 408 cyber incidents were reported in US schools in 2020 alone, making an 18% increase from the previous year. To combat these risks, schools must invest in robust security measures and provide clear privacy policies. Protecting students' data isn't just about compliance, it's about creating a safe digital environment where students, parents, and educators can trust the technology they rely on. Now let's look into equity and access. Ensuring equitable access to technology is essential in EdTech. The digital divide remains a significant challenge, with only 25% of students in low-income countries have access to digital resources, compared to 96% in high-income countries. This gap means that millions of students are left out of digital learning revolution. Accessibility extends beyond income level. Students with disabilities also face barriers when EdTech platforms lack necessary accommodations. Furthermore, biases in AI algorithms can reinforce existing inequalities, necessitating careful oversight. For instance, in the US, around 43% of households with incomes under $30,000 lack home broadband, limiting their access to digital learning. Bridging these gaps requires a collective effort from policymakers, educators, and developers. We must invest in infrastructure, develop inclusive technologies, and adopt policies that make digital learning resources available to every student. Now let's look into transparency and accountability. Transparency and accountability in AI systems. As AI systems become more embedded in education, transparency and accountability must be top priorities. For AI to be a trusted tool in education, its decision-making process need to be explainable, especially in high-stakes scenarios like student evaluations. A recent study showed that 63% of parents are concerned about algorithmic decisions impacting their children's academic assessments. The black box nature of AI, where complex algorithms make decisions without clear reasoning, can be a problematic, leading to issues with fairness and accountability. Ensuring human oversight is critical. In fact, 86% of teachers believe AI systems need a human element to guide decisions and address any biases. For example, the controversial algorithm used in the UK for A level grading disproportionately downgraded students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Establishing clear guidelines for human oversight and algorithmic transparency is crucial to build trust and safeguard the integrity of AI in education. Now, let's look into digital well-being and screen time. Digital being is an often overlooked yet vital aspect of EdTech. With increased screen time, it's essential to balance digital and traditional learning to protect students' cognitive development and physical health. Studies show that children who spend over 2 hours a day on screens tend to score lower on language and thinking tests. Additionally, prolonged screen use can lead to issues such as eye strain, poor posture, and mental fatigue. Schools that promote digital literacy and educate students on managing screen time see tangible results, including a 40% reduction in cyberbullying incidents. To support students' well-being, schools should offer mental health resources, limit unnecessary screen time, and incorporate digital citizenship programs. Ultimately, digital literacy skills help students navigate online risks and misinformation, promoting a healthier and more balanced approach to technology use in their educational journey. And now, let's look into responsible implementation strategies. A responsible approach to EdTech implementation involves several key strategies. Data governance is fundamental. Clear data policies, regular audits, and dedicated privacy staff help safeguard student information. Equity and inclusivity should guide every decision, with investments in infrastructure to close the digital divide and ensure that digital resources are accessible to all students. Transparency in AI is also very crucial, requiring explain algorithms and regular bias audits to uphold fairness. Lastly, promoting digital well-being calls for balanced screen time, mental health support, and digital literacy training for students. Each stakeholder has a role. Policymakers must prioritize comprehensive data privacy laws. Educators need ongoing tech training and an ethical approach to tool evaluation. And developers must adopt privacy by design principles. By working together, we can ensure EdTech supports students learning while upholding their rights and well-being. Okay, let me conclude this topic. In closing, the integration of technology in education offers incredible possibilities, from personalized learning and immersive experiences to real-time data insights. However, that benefits come with ethical responsibilities that cannot be ignored. Protecting student privacy, bridging the digital divide, ensuring transparent AI, and promoting digital well-being are all essential steps to create a responsible EdTech environment. As we continue to innovate, let's commit to these principles, ensuring that technology not only enhances learning, but does so in a way that is fair, safe, and accessible for all students. By taking a proactive, ethical approach, we can make a positive, lasting impact on the educational landscape, creating a future where technology and human values work hand in hand to benefit every learner. I really want to thank you for your attention to this topic, and if you have any questions or concerns, you can always reach me on LinkedIn at SantoshKumar Pulijala. Thank you so much.